Hey everybody, it's Brick Waffle again, and we are back on the WaffleMods server, and so I'm going to go downstairs and give you a little bit of an explanation. I've done a little bit since the last episode. Mostly it's been exploring. I did manage to use Amidst to find a stronghold, and I went over there with my boat, and it is in fact the right place. I kind of dug down with a hammer and found what we need to do, but we are out of food, and I was looking for options in here, and it looks like we can actually make some zombie jerky, not with drying racks, but with Pam's Harvest Craft, and that will give us 15 of that right away. That's going to be, oops, pretty good for the short term. We can see that our quarry is still working. We're starting to get some cobblestone, lots of cobblestone still, and I don't know if you saw the tin there at the beginning. There was a shard, so we are starting to get down into the ore levels. That's a good thing. We may have to go switch that battery out at some point, but for now we do have another battery that this one is full, and now this one is charging because it was actually putting energy into this one faster than the reactor was putting it into there, and this is actually empty, so we're going to crank this up a little bit because we have drained our power pretty significantly. So what we need to do is just back these fuel rods out a little bit, and let's see if that makes enough of a difference. Nope, it's still pulling out of there just as fast as we're making the energy. So let's just back this up to maybe 50% for now, and see how this does for us. So once we fill this other battery up here, yeah, this is going pretty nicely. Once that fills up, this was going to start backfilling as well, and we're going to have more energy than we need. And we've only used 2 Yellorium since the last time we looked at that in the previous episode. So I'm not worried about wasting some when we're out and about today. I think that'll be just fine. Now we do have our chunk loader up here set to 25 chunks. It's a radius of 3 in every direction. That should be plenty to load the whole base while we're out. And, oh, it sounds like it's raining now. Let me turn down my weather sounds. Down quite a bit here. Yeah, that's still, hopefully that's not too loud for you guys. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to make ourselves some decent tools here. And in order to do that, we're going to need to get some metals and make those parts at the smeltery. Now, if you guys have seen this stuff before, you've probably figured out how to make all these things. But what I want to do is I want to take some ingots with me, and I want to look at the materials we have available. We do have some metal that we should smelt, and that's coming out of the core. You can see there's some that just added over here. We'll worry about that in a little while. We are going to go ahead and take one of these bows, and we're going to want some arrows if we do that. So let's just take 4. Oh, we already have a stack. That's fine. Won't worry about that too much. Our goal is going to be to get to the end and get some more Eyes of Ender. Now, in order for me to do that, I'm going to need, well, actually, Ender Pearls. I'm going to need more Ender Pearls to make Eyes of Ender, because I don't believe I have any at the moment. That's correct. And we're going to need some to fill in the portal. I think I need 5 or 6. So we're still going to have to hunt some Endermen. So I'm going to go show you what sword I'm going to make, and then we will figure out what, let's see, we'll figure out exactly what kind of equipment we need to take with us to go to the end. So if we go down here to Tinker's Construct, let's look at that. Oops, there it is. Tinker's Construct. And we can see all the different materials down here. We can see the different swords and shovels and all that stuff. Cleavers are great. They do add beheading, which is okay. Another thing we could consider doing is making the sword that doesn't let Endermen teleport. And that, I think that's just called an Ender. Maybe it's even just called an Ender. Let's take a look at that too. Oops. Why am I not getting this to go to where I want it to do? There it goes. Okay, so I think I've got it all turned back on now. Ender, yeah, that's going to be hard to find. The Ender, that's what it's called. Okay, and for this we need a couple of pieces of dark steel, and this increases skull and ender pearl drops, and we can put a vibrant crystal in it to allow us to do things like make those guys not teleport. So for dark steel we need obsidian, iron, and pulverized coal, and I think we're still short on obsidian if I am not mistaken. Yeah, we still have no obsidian, so let's go ahead and go down into our mine and get that taken care of first. Now, I should have just brought a bucket of water with me, but I think we still have some obsidian over here from, yeah, the last time we were doing this sort of thing. And this is going to be a little bit tricky, but it should be safe to get at least a few pieces. We don't need much. At least right now we don't. And we can get this just by hovering close to it. It should prefer to go towards the player rather than into the lava. Yeah, there we go. And actually, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but items don't get destroyed instantly when they touch lava, so even if it starts to catch fire, as long as it bounces back up to us, it should be okay. We shouldn't lose anything that way. Okay, and yeah, I know you could just pour a bucket of water down here and make this really safe. That'd be perfectly fine, but for now, we've got 4 obsidian, and that should be all we need. Let's check on our skeleton farm. We haven't been down here in a while. It probably hasn't been running much. Yeah, there's really nothing terribly exciting, but let's go ahead and grab those things. And we'll just use those. We'll throw those back in the network for now. and head back upstairs. So now that we have that obsidian, we can make some dark steel, we can make the ender, we can make a vibrant crystal, and that's going to help us with our immediate challenge of killing endermen. So let's see, dark steel. We already have 2 dark steel. Fantastic. That was from an early blacksmith loot. I should have checked that earlier. And do we have a stick? We don't have any sticks. Okay, so do we have any planks? We do have some planks. That's fantastic. So let's go ahead and just turn that into a stack of sticks. We'll need those in the future. Let's get those 2 things in here. And a stick. And there's the ender. Great. So now we need a vibrant crystal. And you can see that that is here. Requires an emerald and some vibrant alloy nuggets. And vibrant alloy... Oops. Where is that? Okay, come on. Comes from ender pearls and energetic alloys. So we might want to go ahead and use 1 ender pearl now and an energetic alloy, which is redstone, gold, and glowstone. Do we have any energetic alloy? We do. And so let's go ahead and grab 1 of those. And an ender pearl. Do we have any emeralds? We don't. Ender pearl. And I think what we're going to do, we have a couple of villages nearby, and I have not paid much attention to the trades in the past, but that's probably something we're going to want to do here soon. So let me sail out there and see if I can find a villager with a decent trade. And, well, yeah, let's go ahead and sleep and make it daytime and stop raining as well. So I'll be back with you when I've gone out to that village and I have some emeralds and ready to go on our next bit of the expedition. Aha! Okay, so here is a group of villagers. Let's see if any of them has anything useful. Hey, Fletcher. Ooh, you chicken for an emerald? Yep, I'll take that one. And let's see about this leatherworker guy. He wants pork chops for emeralds. Let's see if we can get a couple of those. That's going to be good. Much, much better. What do you have now opened up? An emerald for 9 arrows? No. And you have 3 emeralds for leather boots? No. And do you have anything interesting? Pants on head? No. One thing I'm going to do at some point is I'm probably going to come to one of these villages and do a bit of killing. And the only reason I would do that, interesting, 10 emeralds for a diamond axe, is to get enough villager souls that we can make a villager spawner. And then we'll be able to do a really nice trading system. But for now, it's very interesting. I think we've got enough emeralds. I'm going to go ahead and make my way back to town, which is, castle is 1,000 meters that way. Alright, so we are back in the base, and let's go ahead and grab our ender sword here, and we're going to want to make ourselves a vibrating crystal. Vibrant crystal? Yeah, vibrant crystal. We can do 1 of those now. And I think we have to combine these in an anvil, and hopefully we have enough levels for that. Let's go ahead and see. Yeah, so that'll be empowered. And then, let's see, increase skull. Enderman can't teleport once hit. That's perfect. And then we have to power this thing up, and that will help the damage absorbed and the durability of it. Now we can add basic capacitors and ender crystals and all sorts of stuff later. But for now, that's going to make it so that enderman can't teleport away from us. That's the minimum that we need. And there's not an easy way for us to power this yet. So let's look at a charger. Charge pad, that's mechanism. A wireless charger would be great, but yeah, that's going to need another octadic capacitor and a slice and splice. Resonant charge pad, creative charge pad, redstone charge pad. That's probably going to be our best bet. That just requires a machine frame, a redstone flux capacitor, an eye of ender, which we might be able to make 1 of, I think. Anything else that would be a cheap way to do this? I think that's going to be the best bet for now. Okay, so let's go ahead and make our 1 eye of ender. And, oops, not a health pad. Redstone charge pad. Machine frame, which we need a hardened, which we need a basic. Can we do that? We don't have the basic gear there. Tin gear. Can do 1 of those. And do basic. There's our basic machine frame. Throw that, oops, throw that in there. And then we need an electrum gear. Do we have any electrum? We do. Great. Let's just do redstone charge pad. There we go. That's only going to have 1 thing in it. We have the invar. Great. Yep. Not quite. Then we need a signalum gear. Oh, a signalum I don't have any of. And that's going to be copper and silver and destabilized redstone. Well, we know we've got the destabilized redstone. So let's see about copper. Ooh, chopper, yeah. Let's get to the chopper. Let's get some copper, and we're going to need some... Oh, now I just thought silver, I think. We already have some silver dust. So let's go ahead and head upstairs, throw this in the sag mill. And how much did that make, actually? Signalum gear. It needs 4 ingots, and each ingot comes from a single blend, and that is going to be perfect. So 4 of those. So one set of that's going to give us 4 ingots, which is going to give us the 1 gear. Okay, so we need to grab our bucket. And let's see, one of those. And we're going to get a bucket of destabilized redstone. Right from there. Perfect. Throw that guy in there. Let's grab our pulverized copper. Throw that in there, and signalum. Blend, where is that? Oh, there it is. Perfect. Let's get 4 of those. Put that bucket back. And then I think we just need to cook this, right? Yeah. So there's our 4 ingots of that. And, oops, what do we need for that gear now? So that was a redstone charge pad. That's iron in the middle. Great. And that we need. Perfect. So that's everything we need there, and then we just need 2 redstone capacitors, conductance coils, that's easy. And then we need this flux capacitor, which is a hardened, which is a leadstone. A little bit of a tech tree here, that's okay. Oops, did I miss something? I did. Oh, I can click this thing, right? That's the one I missed. Okay, and then I need that one with a diamond. And then I need that to be all together. And I am missing some electrum ingots. Okay, so I know we've got gold and silver. Let's go ahead and grab some gold and silver. Now, what is electrum? What's the ratio here? Electrum, molten electrum comes from even amounts of gold and silver. Perfect. So let's just grab a half a stack of gold and a half a stack of silver. Oh, actually, let's just do 16 and 16. That should be fine. And let's go check on our smelt. Well, actually, let's go ahead and sleep, and then we'll check on our smeltery and see if we got anything jammed up in there from having just nuggets left over from the last episode. Because I haven't gone back to check. I've just kind of assumed it's all going into the network. Okay, so run down here. Hopping down the hallway. There we go. And it looks like we did end up with some bronze stuck in there. We've got some shiny, some tin, and of course lapis doesn't go into that. Anything else stuck in here? No, we're good? Okay. So we are going to do the slightly destructive thing of just breaking that. Oh, and they both went in the network. Not what I wanted to have happen. So I will come back and do that in just a second. Let's see, we have 24 of that. We're going to have the same problem with tin and osmium. So I'll get this all cleared up, but for now, let's go ahead and throw all of this in here. We can get the electrum going first. And I'll be back in just a second. Okay, so we've got our electrum going here. And that's going to be going right into the network. And I've added some tin nuggets, so we should have everything, yeah, nice and even amounts of ingots now. So that's all going in there. We can go back and finish what we were working on. Let's see how fulfilling this zombie jerky is. Not terribly. 2 haunches, and I have no idea about the saturation. I don't think it says anything. Yeah, it's just Pam's Harvest Craft, so we don't really know. We'll have to experiment with that. But it is fairly renewable. I get quite a bit of salt as I'm out and about, and obviously we get some zombie flesh or rotten flesh whenever we're doing other things. But let's go ahead and redstone charging pad. Whoops. Redstone charging pad. There we go. Perfect. And we've got electrum left over. So we need to connect this somewhere we can easily get to it. Don't think we need to worry about this for the time being. So let's go ahead and stick our redstone charge pad right up here. And that's going to start filling up our items nice and slow. But in this case, you can see that it's not too bad. That's going to fill us up in no time. So I'm really glad we didn't worry about making an upper tier version of that. There are higher ones, but that's going to be just fine for our purposes. Okay, Endermen are exceptionally dumb, but now we have 9 Ender Pearls, which is going to be more than enough for our purposes, at least to get to the end where we can harvest a lot more of these. So that was pretty good. It is nighttime, but I think it's alright to head back to the castle. We're at the desert village now, and I have no idea what happened, but it looks like colony collapse disorder or something like happens with bees, because there are no villagers here of any kind right now. I think it's probably because this village didn't spawn with guards, even though it had a guard tower here. So I think they all got wiped out, and that's unfortunate. We're going to have to keep looking for villagers that we want to take home and start a little colony with. Or like I said in one of the earlier bits, I might woo, hey guy. I might at some point go ahead and just kill some villagers, get their souls, and make a villager spawner. And then we'll have all the ones we could ever need. And that is, oh, hey, ow. Come over here, skeleton. Hey, well, no, why don't you just drop down over here on top of me? Yep, there you go. So if I can get back to castle without dying, that would be fantastic, and without accidentally throwing my ender pearls. Oh, that's a cool one. Maybe we'll wear that hat. We are making videos here. So let's put that on. Movie Maker's hat. There we go. Awesome. Yep, so here we are recording first-person perspective stuff. That's exciting. Let's not drown in the quicksand. That would be really embarrassing. And we might grab a few of these cinder pearls, cinder blooms, whatever they are on the way. Oop. Yeah, there you go. Just so we get some extra blaze powder relatively cheaply. Oh yeah, you can just stay in the quicksand. That's fine. And actually, these little things are great. I wish I had some shears with me, because even the Endermen don't seem to teleport when they take damage from that. It's only when they take player damage that they seem to leave. So that could be very helpful as well. But we do have enough rubber left over to make some more conveyor belts, and we could also just swap out the spawner we have down in the basement with it has a skeleton spawner now with an Enderman spawner. Now that's going to be something we do later on. There's some prerequisites. Yep, okay. Skeletons and bears are fighting. Some prerequisites we would need for that are we would need to be able to have enough endstone and glowstone and diamonds to make... Oh, hey. Yep. Yep. That creeper attacked a bear. Great. As I was saying, we would need enough diamonds and other materials so that we could make the soul shard, and then we can do that and put Soul Stealer 5 on this at some point and get enough kills that we can have a very, very fast Enderman spawner. In the short term, though, being able to go to the end and get our Enderman there is just going to make it much, much easier to do. Let's go ahead and throw those away into the network and eat some zombie jerky and get in our boat and head home. Oh, come on, get off the shore. There he goes. And I'll see you guys again in a few minutes. Alright, that wasn't very far at all, but seeing the castle right at sunrise is actually pretty nice. I really like that. Think I might have to take a picture of that at some point and use it as a wallpaper when I have a little bit better angle. I do wish this was 1.8 instead of 1.710 and I had spectator mode, because then I could fly around and do that, but we'll eventually get jetpacks, that sort of thing, so it won't be too awful to deal with. Let's see if we can get out of the boat here and not send it. Oh, no, we couldn't. Okay, so let's just shoot the boat. There it goes. Good shot. And see if we can get down there and get it. If not, it's just wood and sticks. It's not a huge deal. Can we get you? Yeah, that's not too deep. Okay, so we're going to run back in here, and we're going to make... I think we're going to just take some blaze powder with us. I don't want to make any more Eyes of Ender than we have to. Oh, hey, a fish. Hey, guy. How are you doing? What do you drop if I kill you? You drop fish. Good. That makes sense. So we'll take that with us. Actually, let's just go ahead and cook him up. I think we have the delicious fish achievement. There we go. Drop him in here. Take those boats with us. And we are going to need the Eyes of Ender Pearls, rather. And let's go ahead and take those. And some blaze powder. If I can type blaze powder. There's 4 of those. And I think we just had some cinder pearls. Yep, so let's take those guys. And throw more blaze powder in here. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure we don't need more than 7. If we do, then it'll be sad. Let's just go ahead and let's convert all the blaze rods into blaze powder. Again, I'd rather have too much than not enough. And now we have to head out to the end portal. And so that is over here. It's a little bit of a hike. It is, there we go, it's about 1,000 meters that way. So about 1 kilometer. And I think we can sail most of the way around it. As I did this before, I was sailing around the coast, and then I kind of got to roughly where it said it was going to be in a midst. And I dug myself a nice wide tunnel with our hammer and got down to the end of that. So I will do a quick little speed up here, and I will see you guys when we get into the portal. Alright, and here we are at the tunnel I carved out, and that should be very easy to get this boat back now. Perfect. So let's go ahead and throw a few things in here. We don't need those things. Let's put the boats away, and we'll head down. So like I said, I did this all with a hammer a little while ago. I found a cave, lit that up a little bit, and kind of walled it off to keep it safe for later. And we get down here, we are right above the portal room. So midst was right on, and we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. So let's go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all we're going to make of those. And we're going to send the rest of this stuff right back to the network so that we don't accidentally use it. And let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. And let's get the ender. And we are going to have to fight the ender dragon, and we only have 57 arrows, so this is going to be a bit of a challenge. Hopefully this doesn't go too poorly for us, but we're about to find out. Okay, so in here it looks like we need to tunnel up before the dragon spots us and ruins our day here. And that's going to be not too bad. We're actually not, at least we're not out over the void, so even if he hit us, we're unlikely to just die instantly and lose all of our stuff. But let's go ahead and pop up and see what we can see. We should have enough arrows to do this, so we're going to start out by trying to take out these things. This bow is not enchanted, so this is going to be a little bit... Oh, that should have hit. Come on. Nope, a little bit higher. A little bit higher. A little bit higher. Okay, this is going to take forever if I'm going to not be able to hit like that. There we go. Do we think we can get this other one? Probably not from here. Some of these are going to be really hard to hit. We're going to have to just go up and around. It might not be worth killing the ender dragon right now. We'll have to just see. We could all... Oh, well, that's the only way to get out of here, though. So, yes, it's going to be worth killing the ender dragon. I don't think our osmium paxel can take up... Why don't I have a tooltip on that? That's weird. All of my tooltips are gone. But I don't think this is going to work. Oh, it is. Excellent. Okay, so we'll have to see about that. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of opportunities for us here once we kill this dragon to get some of the draconium ingots. And I think even if we just kill all but, most of these crystals, we'll still be able to get the dragon. Just a tiny bit more. There we go. That's going to be an awfully long shot. No, I didn't think so. That was actually not too bad. Let's see if we can do that. I haven't seen the ender dragon since I got in here. That's kind of interesting. Can hear all the endermen around, and there are an awful lot of these towers. Oops. And there's... Oh, hey, hello. Oh, that is extremely loud. Wow. And she's gonna heal up, so I'm gonna... That sword's actually gonna do pretty well for us. Alright, this has taken a while, but I have gotten her down as far as I can, really, with the sword. I think it's going to only be a few more encounters like this, where she dives at me before. Yeah, just like this, and I'm going to try and sidestep. One more like that, and that ought to do it. And let's just keep eating. We're almost out of food. So this has been a slow slog. I don't recommend it, but it is possible to do this without any arrows. And then we'll have our portal back right here in the middle of the end. And before we go in there, we are going to want to get some actual ender pearls from these guys. We have 11 now, which is pretty decent, but we want to make a decent-sized stockpile. There we go. Yep, that is fantastic. So we are going to get all of this goodies here, and heart should be accessible to us in just a minute. Let's go ahead and put some end stone up like this a little bit. We can knock that egg down, and that's going to teleport. We'll get that egg here in a second. But when this thing cools off, it's doing its little enchanting right now, we're going to be able to pick it up and use that for later stuff. So let's see if we dig down here and down here one, and we go under this and drop a torch. And then we take that out. Boom. Okay, so now we've got our egg. And still spinning around up there? Yeah, it's trying to let me do the ritual of awakening here, and that's way, way, way too early for that. Oh, that's funny. It's sucking in items. So we're not going to kill anything until that's done. There we go. Got our heart. And let's just go ahead and throw that right into the network. We have some dust. We have the heart. We have the dragon egg, miniature yellow hearts, ender lily seeds. Let's see what we got in our uncommon treasure. Oh, Perditio discount and a knowledge fragment. That's pretty interesting. And there's some research for Thaumcraft. Oop, hey, hey. Where are you, sneaky? There we go. Endermen are so much easier to deal with when they can't teleport. So let's throw those in there. Let's go ahead and throw those in there. Eat our last zombie jerky. And, you know what? I think we're going to be alright. So let's get a couple more Endermen, if we can manage to annoy them without letting them teleport. Hey, guy. No? Ooh, that could be bad. Yep, it was bad. Okay, so that's what we get for not taking our hedging our bets. We're going to go ahead and respawn, and we're going to go back to the end. I'll get my stuff, and I will see you guys again shortly. As you may be able to tell, I died trying to get my stuff back the first time, and that's not been going very well. So we got a couple of deaths. We did manage to get most of our XP. I think that's part of what happens with the gravestones. But there is now an armored skeleton from my corpse, I believe. So we're going to try and kill him. We should be able to punch him to death because he's not a bow skeleton. But we want to do that without aggroing the Enderman, which is what happened last time. I killed this skeleton, and then as I was punching him, I apparently looked at an Enderman, and that aggravated him, and then he managed to finish me off pretty easily. So this guy is very annoying. I don't know why Whale is not working, so I can't see their health or anything like that. But I think I've got him pinned in the corner now. This should be fine. Wow, that is taking forever with an arrow. There it goes. So let's break this open. There we go. So put this armor on. What is happening? Oh, it's another skeleton. There we go. Now I got a sword. Haha! Man, these things spawn way too fast. Let's go do that. Nope. This thing. That is just ridiculous. It's like a monster spawner having a gravestone there. Okay, so we got our stuff back. That's the important thing. We did manage to throw some ender pearls in our inventory, and I'm just going to get out of here. This is obviously not something I want to do right now. Let's go back. There we go. Okay, good. So now we can get sorted out a little bit. Aside from the lag there when he zoned. Throw that in there. We've got a few arrows. Let's get the rest of these arrows on our inventory, just in case. Boats back, torches, ender pouch. Save those tools. Put that there, and throw that away. Okay, great. So how many ender pearls did we end up with? Only 17, but we did get some ender lily seeds, and I'm going to get some end stone as well. I think I'm just going to do like a row of 8 or 10 of these things. I probably won't use all 11 of them just yet. And let's also see what we got in this common treasure. Just some gold coins. Okay, we'll throw those in there as well. And let's go ahead and run out here. And just along this wall, I think for now, this will be fine in the short term. Oops. We're just going to plant some of these. Okay, 9 of those, that's fine. That's going to give us a few more ender pearls from time to time. We'll make a better farm out of that later. But for now, I think that's probably all we're going to be able to do today. So we got to the end. We now have easy access to, well, relatively easy access to that. It's a bit of a run or boat ride, depending on which way we go. It's out there somewhere. One of those directions. It's about 1,000 meters out there. Actually, that way, I think, maybe. I don't remember which way it is. Yeah, there it is. 1,000 meters that way. Keep going the wrong side of the castle because there's water all around me. But it's 1,000 meters that way, and we will eventually set up some better transportation. But for now, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button. If you really enjoyed it, then please subscribe. And as always, I've been Brick Waffle. Thank you for watching.